Do you have pictures, clocks and mirrors in your cupboards, just like myself, and you don't want to ruin your walls because you don't know how to hang them properly? We actually have a man who can do it very well. Alan Grant from Expert Hardware is here. Alan, this is a common problem, really, isn't it?
It is, yeah. Like, every day people come into us and say, look, I'm hanging X, Y and Z and what they need. And we've usually a number of questions we have to ask them. Is it a hard wall, a dry wall? What weight is it that they're putting up? And as you can see, I have a number of the standard hooks.
This is very common in my house.
Yeah, so you can end up with, as you can see here, some holes afterwards if you take it down or you decide to move it. And to combat, you'll see all the different types of ones.
These are all well and good. They're all very sturdy. They do what they say in the tin, no problem at all.
Exactly, yeah. But you might have to drill a wall or you might have to use a screwdriver. So
it gets very technical then.
Very technical, yeah.
And when you take them off then, if you want to get rid of these, you actually have to get a bit of sandpaper, sand it down, and then put a polyfiller, sand it down again, and then paint it.
And paint it. And if you don't have the same type of paint that was on in the room before, you'd have to repaint the whole room, okay? And even with the self-adhesive ones like these ones here, if I may not be able to pull this down, but as you see, you can end up with that. Okay. And like that is just as bad as any of the other hooks or holes.
Because you have to start scraping that off.
You have to start scraping that as well. So I'm going to show you how to hang things up very simply, very quickly, with no tools at all. And if you wanted to remove it, you can.
You can. That's great. So we're back over here.
Yeah, so I'm just going to grab one of these. These will be our best-selling one. This is the Command M3 command strip.
And you can use these for anything?
You can use these for anything, yeah. Now, we've all different types of ones, but I'm going to show you two. So, three I'm going to sample here. Okay, so you just literally peel off one side, stick it on the back of the strip, make sure it's nice and straight.
Very easy.
Very simple. Then just peel that straight off, okay?
And up on the board.
Up onto the board. Now, it takes about 1 hour to fully cure, okay?
We have to hold the wall here.
Yeah, this is something I made yesterday. At short notice. But as you can see, it's very good and sturdy already just after a couple of seconds, okay? So say in about 6 months' time, or if you're in a rented accommodation and you want to move or want to take things down.
Or if you have a family member that you don't like anymore, you want to change the picture or to move that picture somewhere else.
Somewhere else, yeah. So it's very simple. Well, this is a coat hook, but they come in the picture ones as well. So you just, with the simple thing with the M3 command, you just pop that off.
What's the M3? Does that stand for anything?
That's just the company that make the strip that's
not a weight restriction or anything?
No, okay. You know, it's just to show that it is good quality. They make a number of different products for audio-visual stuff and kind of LED lighting where you can stick. They do the sticking strips on the end. And so you pull straight down like this.
And that comes. Nothing at all.
No mark. Absolutely no mark.
Clean as a whistle.
And a good point is to make sure, I didn't do it at the start, make sure there's no dust beforehand.
Yeah.
And the only restriction on this, it wouldn't work on wallpaper, but any other surface.
So you can put on tiles as well?
Tiles is a very good point as well, because a lot of people are they're afraid to drill into tiles because they might crack or...
Yeah, because you need a special drill bit for a tile.
You need a special drill bit, and a good quality drill bit, because there's some cheap and nasty ones out there and they can run a crack, especially if you're working on big tiles as well.
The drill bit actually broke inside the tile as well, so that was another added problem I had.
I'm just going to show you, there's another one like this size here, right, which is nice and big. It goes on the exact same way. I put it on an hour before when I arrived here in Cork in RTE.
No, this is a double one.
This is a double one. So to give you an idea of what weight it can hold, I'm just going to show you here. This is a 5-litre tin of paint. It'll actually hold double this, but I wasn't sure if it was going to be...
I'm always afraid of these experiments live on television, do you know that?
So that's 5 litres there, hanging from the M3.
And you say it'll take 10 litres?
It'll actually take 10 litres. But I'll just show you, like, that's been up there an hour now, and it's once again, it's very simple to remove. So you just lift straight up like that, and there's two of this. Yeah, so you just pull straight down, once again, like that. And you can see how much weight was on that.
Yeah, the second one down as well.
And no mark.
That's not the way to do it.
Fantastic. And that was holding 5 litres just a moment ago, which is very
impressive. It can hold 10 litres, you were saying, as well.
Yeah.
Now, you have a very handy one for pictures as well.
I do.
Now, first of all, tell us, who's this cutie here?
This is my daughter.
Oh.
Yeah, Orla. She's just 6 months. So we're hanging up lots of photographs at the moment.
Yeah.
We've just started our family photo wall.
So she's so cute, we might keep the pic here. I think we should keep the picture here in the Today Show studio.
Yeah. So I'm just going to show you now how to hang this nice and simply. I'll just put this out front here now. Actually, this one I have left on from yesterday. I'll just pull this off.
So it's the same. You can leave the second one on there, actually.
I'll leave the second one on.
Make it easy. You can just show us one, which is great.
So I shall just put...
These are kind of like Velcro, are they?
It's not actually Velcro, but it's the same. Velcro has a positive and a negative strip. These are both the same. Okay. I'll just give another piece there. And So now this is.
Oh, it's grand, yeah.
To open up another package.
Run the packaging.
Here. Yeah.
But again, this is great for pigs. That you can just, as we're going to see, you can just put them on the wall and move them around as you please.
Great for pigs, and even for really large pigs, you can use them for the bottom of the large, left and right. So that way, a picture won't actually go off centre. So it'll hang exactly straight all the time.
Yeah.
So I'm just going to pull this up now and pull off the back here. And the great thing about this is, from year to year, you can actually change what your picture wall and put up different pictures.
Yeah, and somebody texted actually about, is it a north-facing room, is it?
A north-facing room,
How would you brighten it up? Actually, we'll chat about this first. We'll chat about the north-facing room in a second.
So to make sure it's nice and straight. But the good thing about the command strips is you can actually change, if that's not straight, you can just snap it off.
And away you go.
Yeah, not great.
Look at the big smile on his face.
I'm proud as punch.
Ah, look at that.
Well, so you can actually take that off like that.
Yeah, so when baby number 2 comes, and this is a newborn baby picture place.
And you can just, if you can hear it, it'll snap.
And you know it's safe there as well, and it's so easy.
Oh, very safe.
And when you want to move it around as well, you just take the strips off like we did before.
And it doesn't leave any marks on the wall, which is great.
Yeah, and tell us about the north-facing room.
Yeah, Tracy got in touch on Facebook, and she asked, how can I brighten up a room that's north-facing? And there's a great product out there from Dulux, and it's a light and space. Okay, so it has pigments inside it that rebounds up to 4 times the amount of light into the room, which is great for a north-facing room that is very dull, you know. I think only recently it was the most depressing day to do with the SAD and kind of.
That's right, that was on Monday. Yeah.
So it's a very good question. We get that quite frequently around now.
No, just before we go, you were on the show last year and you brought these to our attention. Just explain what they are again, Alan.
Yeah, these are sandbags. They come in a box of 5. You can keep them in a drawer. They're nice and easy to store. When the floods do come, you can just drop them into the, say, around the doorway, and in about 3 minutes they turn into a 20 to 25 kg bag of jelly.
And what's inside there?
It's just crystallised.
That's all.
Crystals, and they turn into like a bag of jelly, and it's good as a sandbag.
So it's great to have them just in case. I know we have high tides coming again in the west of Ireland anyway, in the beginning of February and in March. Ellen, thank you very much for being with us again.
Everything's available that I talked about today on Expert Hardware.
Lovely stuff, and of course, experthardware.ie.